Howdy, all y'alls. Thanks for tuning in. Um, uh, Now, I'm on a learning curve here because I've normally only ever had um, one microphone to use for recording and stuff. But I was trying to up my game, and I have the Snowball microphone here, which you probably just heard me thump on it. And then I have another microphone over on this side to catch the sound of the drones, or chanter or drones. So with the small pipes, the sound comes out pretty good. And today I was playing the Chinese pipes, and they were sounding really good for a while there, and I got winded, too tired on them to play, because they're still playing in, and I'm still working out some of the kinks. So anyway, I learned something today because I had to look it up to see what in the heck. So I was going to record something. I did record a 14-minute video, but what I didn't know, because I'm not a technician, audio technician, I'm learning, but so I had both my microphones set up facing, best I can say is they were naked, facing my Chinese bagpipes. Okay, well, I played this whole video thing and everything, and actually, it's a good thing it didn't work out. But what happened was I went back to listen to it, and there was like, the sound was completely canceled out except for the chanter. And the chanter by itself sounds horrible. And I was like, oh no, I'm not playing this. So I know that I think I'm smart enough to know that the way it sounded, there was something technical that I was missing. So I went out on the internet and started looking around. What I learned is, and this is for like rock and roll bands, so people are playing in their basement or something like that, and they're playing together. Well, the problem was, the number one problem is, because I have two microphones and they're processing to one computer and not separate tracks, it's the same sound, but it's slightly mixed. Small pipes, not a problem. They're not a huge volume. With the Chinese bagpipes, and I can almost guarantee on any of my other Great Highland pipes that I'll play, the energy coming back was canceling out, because that's exactly what happened. I couldn't hear the drones on the. I'm looking off this way because I was standing over in a different part of my house to play the Chinese pipes. So what happened is the recording system was canceling out the sound, so I could barely hear the drones, barely. And I'm like, this isn't right. So I'm going to have to repost that. Which is probably a good thing, because I'm not comfortable with the pipes. And there's a lot of tape on the chanter. And I'm just buttoning things down. But they sound okay. And then when I play them, and then they get into what I call the thrum. And you'll hear that when somebody gets in, they're playing some jigs, and they're starting to kind of overblow, but the drones start their own voice. And they're not really overblowing, but because they're playing faster, their blowing is slightly different when they're playing faster. You can watch YouTube, and you can hear it if you're paying attention, or if you know what your ears are looking for sound. And that's what I listen to when I listen to other pipers play. And it's kind of cool when you go into the zone and you have the thrum. It's not rhythmic. It's it's when things are working perfectly. So anyway, my microphones were canceling each other out because they're sending the same signal to one channel, and it zeroed it out. And then another thing is, I'm going to try a couple of different things. The website that I was checked out, I checked out a couple websites, and I don't remember what they were, which is kind of dumb, because I would have been more professional to not document, but visually document what I'm learning, because I'm trying to help other people do things. I don't know if I'm helping you guys out, but I do appreciate my new subscribers and anybody who's interested in the weird bagpipes. So anyway, I learned that, and then I'm going to try, another thing I'm going to try is putting because the bagpipes are so loud, I'm going to try putting my microphones in a spot so that they're not receiving their sound directly. In other words, I don't have the hypothetical diaphragm receiving the energy of the sound directly. So that's one thing I'm going to try on that part. And then I can try putting a microphone in a box and other stuff. Heaven knows I've got lots of boxes. And then, well, the next thing is, I have a C chanter for my antique miniature parlor pipes, and I can't find it, and there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to find it unless a gremlin is hiding it from me. So if any of you guys have any contacts with gremlins, I need you to contact the gremlin network so that I can get that C chanter back. I had to buy a C chanter reed. Now, I saw a video on YouTube of a guy with some pipes, and I'm not going to say specifically what kind of pipes or anything like that, but they were from Hakam Din, and he was trying to make the chanter work with the pipes he has. The thing is, when you're working with these off-brand pipes, you can't have the expectation that you'll be able to play these in a session with somebody else. And trying to force these off-brand pipes to sound or tune with other standardized pipes, and I'm talking from McCallum to Bagpipes Galore or any of the other brands, they're pretty standardized amongst each other. So it comes down to, some of them will have some tonal differences in the drones and stuff like that. But when you try to force these off-brand pipes, the Pakistani pipes, or, well, the Pakistani pipes are the most notorious, and I'm not going to mention any of their names because I don't really know them. So the thing is, the standard Scottish stuff is all standardized amongst themselves, and there's tonal differences, but the tuning is the same, and the quality is so much more standardized amongst the broad universe of Scottish and bagpipe instruments, and like Galicia or Asturias, everything standardized amongst itself. So when you have a set of Pakistani small pipes or parlor pipes, stuff like that, well, the Pakistani stuff doesn't always pitch with the same quality or compatibility with being able to play with other people. So you're only basically buying Pakistani stuff for your own enjoyment, which I think is cool because you're developing your own system. Now, with the antique parlor pipes that I have, the problem is I'm using a practice chanter, and on those, and they're working fine. Mostly, I run into some problems because I haven't played my parlor pipes for like 3 days. They dry out, and well, my stocks are all loose too, so I'm able to play them, but I can't tune because my stocks are loose enough from drying out that I can't tune because the hemp is too tight. So I gotta, thank goodness I got my twine, because I wasn't planning on doing the Chinese pipes like I'm doing. So just be aware. Don't be disappointed if you get some cheap Pakistani parlor pipes or lowland pipes and stuff like that. Don't go messing around with the chanter, because the Pakistani people, the people that make these pipes, they're all pretty much standard amongst Pakistani stuff. And if you start modifying the chanter and drilling down in here because you're trying to make that chanter pitch up to what you want, you're trying to force that instrument to do something that, honestly, it's not designed. It's designed to keep that chanter reed in that spot so that it'll tune with itself. And I can't speak to modalities, like E and C natural and G flat and stuff like that. I can't speak to those kinds of tuning when you have more than 3 drones, because I've never played a set of those pipes before. But I can guarantee that if I had a set of those pipes, I could make them work for my own solo purposes. Now, it would take me a while to figure out if I got more than 3 drones, and the bass drone and the 2 tenors, well, that's completely different than other small pipes. The thing that I want to emphasize is, don't try to force that instrument to play according to a standard that won't exist for the instrument you have. So people pick up these pipes and they play them and they say, they're crap, and they throw them away. Apparently this guy threw them away, and I was like, I'd have taken them, okay, because I have a relationship with Hakam Din, and I've got some stuff coming to me from Pakistan right now. Now, they have to make sure it's not machine guns and ammo, because the U.S. government is paranoid that way, and so, they got to check out all that stuff. But I get some cool packaging from it. I saved this packaging. Burlap with a wax stamp with a monogram. I get up and show you what it was. I keep some of that stuff because it's cool to me, and it's unique. And, at some point, we don't all live forever. I'm going to have all this weird stuff. Now, people are going to throw it away, but they're going to see some guy in a hat from Pakistan who in these actual wax seal security stamps. That is very Victorian, old-fashioned by my standards, or what I think is cool. So the thing is, if you get a set of parlor pipes like this, you might not be able to play along with somebody else. That's not the point of these pipes. They're solo instruments. So you make that instrument yours. So I've learned about microphones. I'm going to try each of these microphones that I have individually and see how that turns out. And then Well, I know for sure I can't run both microphones when I'm playing the Great Highland pipes. I can't run them both at the same time because they'll cancel each other out. And I am, at this point in my YouTube career, I'm not ready to start investing in hardcore recording stuff because this is not what I'm doing for money. I'm trying to transfer my knowledge to somebody who might be in the same situation I was when I first started. And I want those people to be successful in being able to at least get started on their journey. And yes, they will hopefully transition to a standardized set of bagpipes, whatever brand. In me personally, and I know without a doubt that different brands of pipes have their different personalities and different tonal qualities and everything like that. But they will tune to a standard amongst all of the modern bagpipes. So in other words, they'll have their own character in a solo situation, but they'll be able to step off the boards and go play with their band. That's the biggest difference between Pakistani pipes and definitely this set of Chinese pipes. I'll never be able to play in a band with those unless I get a different chanter that's custom made. That's not going to happen. So, but anyway, I need to find my C chanter, okay? So, if any of you have any connections with some gremlins, I need that chanter. Because this practice chanter, I'm running out of reeds that work with this chanter, and I can't keep it from squawking. And it's either the reed's too weak, or there's an obstruction somewhere that I need to clean out, or there's something that's, aside from the fact that they're Pakistani. So don't be a cheeseball in your comments, because I already know. Because it keeps squawking, and when I try to play fast, and there's a couple of things that manually I can probably fix. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I need to rehemp my bag for the antique these, because I need to take the cover off, take them apart, get the bag wet, retie the stocks, and then I'll get that back up and running with the practice chanter that I'm using currently, which I actually like the sound. But right now, because of the way the bag is, I'm trying to blow through a lot of holes, not holes in the bag, but stock leaks and stuff like that. And they've been sitting for 5 years. I think they sound pretty good for having sat for 5 years, and then I just strike them up and play with minimal effort. So I got that. I got the Chinese pipes doing, and then I'm trying to go through and play patriotic music and Christmas music, which I've been neglecting since I got obsessed with the Chinese pipes. So anyway, that's my update. Thanks for watching. And, if you're goofing around with the Pakistani stuff, you can't force the Pakistani pipes to sound like standardized Great Highland pipes. It can probably be done. I'm not saying it can't be done. Is it worth all that effort and everything? Probably not, because I've done it all already for you. I'm not discouraging you from buying Pakistani stuff. I'm just saying your realistic expectation should be that you're going to play those pipes for your own enjoyment, because they definitely have their own character and their own sound. Now, the chanters, okay, those are iffy, and I got really lucky with the ones I had. Now, when I started piping, the thing is, all of the bags were hide. And now they have, the bags are what they call Rexine. And like a dummy. That I should have pulled it out so you can see that what a Rexine bag looks like. It's almost looks like nylon. They don't leak. They're way lighter than the hide bags, and so it's weird when I pick up my big deep sounding parlor pipes. They're really light compared to these parlor pipes, and that's actually what I'm getting from Pakistan, is they're sending me a Rexine bag. So, you know, that might be the end of the hide bag on my these. I don't know yet, because they said they were going to cut them for me, and doing stuff for me that they might not do for other people, only because I have been a consistent customer of theirs since 2000, and I try to you know, their customer service is awesome. I've met some people that weren't so friendly, but you know, everybody has a bad day. Now, on the last note, I went into the podiatrist today to have stitches removed from my foot, and they left 4 stitches in because it's not healed to the level, my foot's not healed to the level that they want. And I went into work, and because I got kind of a terse letter from one of the offices. I don't want to identify anything directly. It was a pretty terse letter, kind of like, you need to make a decision thing. And so I got a little concerned about this, because I'm excited about getting back to work. So I went into the office, and what they told me, you know, they're like, you're different. Well, yeah, I know I'm different. I'm special. I can do bagpipes. So I'm just joshing around here. So anyway, I went into the office, and they said, the person I talked to was like, you know, you're unusual, because most people, when they're on leave for this long, they don't come back, and they don't communicate with the company, and they don't try to keep things going. And I'm like, well, this is my work, and I like bus driving, because it, as indicated in my videos, if I'm given the chance, I will talk. And I like to talk to people about anything. So that's just what, I'm not going to change who I am. Now, driving a bus, you get some people who are really sociable, and I've met some really cool people, and smart people, and people that when I grew up in Salt Lake City, all the way, you know, from the 70s to the 80s, I've met people that I knew that I didn't know. We were part of the same groups, and we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other. And that's been pretty cool on a couple of things. And I might think that my situation is bad and stressful right now, but when I meet someone who's my age that I grew up with down in Cottonwood Heights, and they're in a wheelchair, or you know, they got a lot of other problems, medical problems, that I don't have to, all I have to deal with is my foot. And so it kind of brings me back to reality of not having a pity trip for myself. All I got to do is keep forging forward. And I have another story that's completely unrelated to bagpiping, so I'll do a separate video, and nobody will watch it. That's okay. But I was able to, I made a couple of new friends or acquaintances, and they're car people, and they were in kind of an impossible situation, and because I have a Ford Excursion, that I was actually able to make myself useful, and I didn't have to do any heavy work. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm getting to work on it. I've got hemping to do, I've got playing in to do, and then I've got my little separate project with the piping for a bunch of shorts. Not shorts that you wear, but shorts as in music to play. And that's just a personal project of mine that I want to do to show my appreciation for people who have done stuff for America. So that's my ramble for now. Sorry, this video doesn't have any music in it, and I didn't have anything planned. So I'm not in the groove. Anyway, you'll see this Celtic knot up here, and this is my clan, Scottish clan. Let's see, Clan Gun. And these people completely in Southern California completely supported me. Not financially, but my endeavor in piping, and they've always been helpful. And Greg out in the eastern part of the United States has always been good. And you know, it's easy to say if on other things, but my greatest wish would be to be able to visit with these people at the clan tents and pick on Clan Keith and chit chat with Sinclair and the other clans. And I have to confess, I know I'm a gun, but that, you know, the McLeod tartan, I really like that tartan, but you know, I'm Clan Gun, so I'm support it. But can't we do a Clan Gun set with the McLeod colors? No, okay. Because I really like that kilt a lot. But there's like a whole bunch of different Clan Gun versions of the tartan, which people say they're illegitimate or bastard stuff. Bastard, I don't mean it in the obnoxious way, but they're like a bastard set. I don't care. Clan Gun. I want a kilt of each one. And you know, I've lost so much weight. I looked at my measurements for my last kilt in my belly. You're supposed to wear your kilt at your belly button. Okay, so my technical waist, if I'm wearing it correctly, was 40 inches, and it is definitely not 40 inches now. So I've lost about 25 or 30 pounds. I'm working on gaining back some weight because I don't like being this skinny. So that's the end of my ramble. Thanks for watching. I'm not quitting, and when I get back to work, I let them know that I'm part of the reason why I got sick with my foot was because I was working so much. At one point, I was going to work 6 days a week. I was commuting 90 miles every day, and I was on the 6 days a week. I was also getting overtime on my routes, because you can get accidental overtime. Not meaning I rig it to do that, but because of the way the route runs, you get free overtime on that. So I was doing everything I could to earn more money, but I wasn't doing anything for my life as far as that. And so if I can't go to the competitions because my seniority is low up here in Ogden, relatively speaking, I had to figure out how I'm going to be able to do some competitions and stuff like that. Because it's not all about money. And I've been lectured to by 4 or 5 people who say, you're working too much. And all I've ever done since I was 9 years old is work. So I don't know how to play, so I need to learn how to play. And even this is kind of like work. I'm not used to going out and just playing. And I'm not comfortable in hotels because I don't go to hotels a lot. So I should start practicing going to hotels just for the heck of it. Go to a town and spend the night at a hotel and see the sights. So anyway, that's it. Everything's hunky-dory. My cats, you guys are going to think this is funny. My cats were bugging me tonight because I wasn't practicing and playing. And I was watching a video and they're like, "Are you okay?" And as soon as I come out here to record the video, I got a kitty cat here, sound asleep on the carpet. Where's Jules? Oh, they're both there. Jules is laying on the carpet with his eyes open and his ears in my direction. So, because of the way I've been doing my recording lately, I'm out of my pattern and they didn't like it. And so now that I'm talking to you guys, they've settled down. They've had their snacks and I've given them their stoner treats. And so, anyway, okay, I probably said goodbye multiple times. But thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the new subscribers. I'm learning how to do new stuff with my YouTube site page. So I'm trying to get better. And so there it is. Have a good night or day or lunch or whatever the case may be when you're watching this. And thanks for the new subscribers. And my new people, please don't go away. I'm trying to find some creative bagpipe stuff. And you might see a couple of videos with my Excursion or my Chevy truck or my Crown Vic. Because I'm going to start teaching myself some editing and how to improve with this. But when I start working, it's going to be hard to multitask. Because I'm not going to try to do everything all together at one time. I have to do it in stages, otherwise I'll lose focus. And then you'll end up with big long videos with me doing these rambles all the time. So, there it is. Poof.